This is Ellie Mather's digital book bag.
Love You Forever is a memorable book to me because it was the first book that I remember my mother reading to me at bedtime. I was always scared of the part when the mother is climbing up into the window of her son's room when he's older and just kind of like creeps on him. That always gave me shivers. A Bad Case of Stripes was the first book that was like a horror book to me because the idea of having striped skin and having to eat lima beans to heal it was just so terrifying to me, and I had bad dreams for months. The book Knuffle Bunny means a lot to me because I never really liked this book, but I remember my sister always being obsessed with the story and always wanting my mother or father to read it to her at bedtime. It annoyed me so much when she got this much attention, but in the end, I always loved her. The name of this book is Secret. It was my favorite book in the 6th grade. I don't know what it was about this book, but I just kept on reading it. I've read all the books except for the last one. I just got a little bored of the series by then. But the first one, I don't know if it was its cliffhangers or just that the author's name was not real. It was just a fake name, just to go along with the story. It was just an amazing idea from an amazing author.
Captain Underpants was a very influential book to me because as I grew up, all my friends read this series, and I wasn't allowed to. So like during book fairs, they'd always buy like all their Captain Underpants book, and I had to buy like Judy Blume books. So eventually, from my library, I started renting them out without my parents' permission, and I always felt like such a bad kid. But it was cool.
The Roar was the first book that really got me into the science fiction genre. I loved how these two siblings were separated and ended up finding each other and saving. In the end, after the second book, The Whisper, they ended up saving their little, like, town kind of thing, London, futuristic London. And this book means a lot to me because it's the first science fiction book that I remember reading, and now I love that genre. Both Thrasher magazine and Skateboarding magazine helped me a lot in skateboarding because I always looked at pictures of the pros doing tricks and got some inspiration to try learning them myself. Hatchet is one of my favorite books of all time because the story of Brian Robeson surviving the whole summer with just a hatchet was just amazing.
Thank you for listening to Ellie's Book Bag.